Welcome to Tabletop Tactics. Coming up in today's battle...
Sebulba then. Now that's pod racing.
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Sebulba!
No!
Welcome back, Freeview 2. Another battle reports. Battle report? Yes. That is the sound of the knights stomping across the battlefield towards battle.
Here they come.
Yes. So we will be showing off the new Imperial Knights Codex today. Well, it's a little bit late for you guys, but there's only so much we can do. There's only so many hours in the day that we can film. There's only so many hours in the day that we can edit.
Stompy knights around at the moment.
And there's a lot of
varieties
knights around,
yeah.
Yes. So thank you Games Workshop for sending us the Codex to review and preview. If you've not already gone to watch it, have a look at our top 5 changes video, which is available for you right now. Yep. And if you haven't done so already, go and check out our tactical guide. It's available on our website for free to tell you all of the details on the stuff that is involved in this Codex.
Good stuff.
Lots of stuff indeed.
Good stuff.
And whilst you're here, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment below, keep the conversation of the hobby love going. But that's enough of that. It is time to do a war game, quite literally,
yes,
as well, because it is Custodes, and they're going to teach you the ways of battle.
Yes, they're going to out-chivalrousness us.
Yes. These upstarts thinking they're all noble and stuff. Ridiculous.
Or because I'm, Cresta Mechanicus, I've done something naughty. I've stolen something I shouldn't have.
You're not the Mechanicus, you're a very naughty boy.
Yes. On that note, let's get to the lists. Hello to you! It is I, Chivalrous James, taking the Imperial Knights for a spin. I'm taking them under the round table of House Mechanicum today, or House Raven to be precise. Taking House Imperialis or Questa Imperialis last time, so I wanted to try something from the different side of the fence, just to show off some of the combos we talked about in the video, which is on demand right now. So yes, I'm taking a super heavy detachment today, and my Warlord and main knight leading the charge is a Knight Crusader. I've made him a revered paragon and given him 2 Warlord traits, the Iron Bulwark and to be blessed by the Sacristan. Really good, basically the 2 of them together give him a 4-up invuln and mortal wounds on 6s when he's shooting with the ranged attacks, which is quite a good little combo. I've also made him Master of the Forge. This is a really useful sort of upgrade you can give to him, so when he's in your deployment zone, he gets a reduction to damage and is a general good buffing machine for some friends that are near him. And given he's got long-range weaponry, that's really useful. We're giving him the thermal cannon, and he obviously comes with the Avenger Gatling cannon. No rocket pods for him today, just keeping the list quite straightforward. Moving on, I then have a Knight Errant. I've paid to make him a Knight Baron, so making him a character, so I can give him one of the Exalted Court upgrades, which is Master of Vox. Taken this one because it's kind of cheap and then allows him to do 2 Bondsman's Abilities on 2 Warglaves or Helverins, whatever he chooses. He is standard, the Thermal Cannon and the Reaper Chain Sword. I then also have a Knight Preceptor. I wanted to take him today to show off some of the knightly teachings you can do, because the Preceptor comes with the Mentor keyword, so we'll see how those go today. I've gone for Courage, Faith and Justice, and I'll explain what those are when we get into the game. Then, to round out the list, I have 2 Helverins and 2 Warglaves. Straightforward, House Raven, they'll be movie, they'll be shooty, and hopefully they will also be stabby. But we'll see how successful they will be against the venerable Custodes.
Nobility, chivalry, pathetic. I will show you true nobility because I personally am a 10,000-year-old genetically enhanced super soldier. Yeah, you can tell quite clearly. Today we are running the Adeptus Custodes in a single battalion because that's just how I roll. I'm not doing anything silly. I'm going old school, basically, and pretty much from now and for a while until the future. Yeah, and we're running Solar Watch because they're fun. Advancing an extra inch, charging an extra inch, as well as falling back and charging is pretty handy. Leading it up is a single shield captain with a spear. He is my Warlord. He is a victor of the blood game, so he has 2 Warlord traits. His Warlord traits are Peerless Warrior because it's really cool, some extra mortal wounds in combat, on 6's wound, as well as no rerolls for saves is pretty cool, as well as Sally Forth is his second Warlord trait, the Solar Watch specific one to give a core unit advance and charge, so I'm very quick. We then have a second in command. It is a shield captain on a Dawneagle Jetbike. He has a Salvo launcher. I've made him an Emperor's Hero and given him Champion of the Imperium. So he has reroll hits in a slightly longer heroic intervention. You may notice there is no Trajan Valoris here, and that's because I find him very, very boring in every single list. So that's why I'm not doing that. We go over to my troops. We have a 2 units even of 3-man Custodian Guard with sword and board. Nice and simple, good little objective holders, as well as action monkeys. We then have a unit of 5 prosecutors, just to fill out some slots and provide a little bit more extra action and objective utility. And finally, we have a unit of 5 Sagittarum Custodes because they're just really good. Yeah, the fire support's nice. That's my troops. We then go over to my elites. We have 1 big unit of 5 Allarus Custodians. Yes, the Allarus Custodians, Terminators. Yes, I know they've lost OBSEC. No, I don't agree with that, but they're still very killy. And it's also that kind of argument of, if you've got a unit of 5 Allarus Custodian Guard and you can't get rid of 5 or 10 Guardsmen holding an objective, you never deserve to have that objective in the first place. So them losing OBSEC from a fluff perspective, mechanically it's annoying. Fluff-wise, it's also a bit annoying, but fine. Maybe that will get reverted at one point. So for now, they're just going to be choppy murder machines. We then have is it the Achilles? Oh, sorry, the Achilles Contemptor, the one with the big old spear, because that's the one we have. I prefer the shield one because he looks cooler, but this is the one that we have. He's still really good. I'm going to be utilizing him hopefully to go and duff up a big knight because that's cool. We then go over to my fast attack. We have a unit of 5 Virtus Praetors with salvo launchers all the way down because this army needs anti-tank, and I've got anti-infantry covered with all of my other guns, as well as combat is my thinking with Custodes, so I would go all salvo launchers on them regardless. And then we have 2 Pallas Gravatax, which is a stupid name. They should be like the Pallas Gravatac platform or the Pallas Grav Speeder or something. Pallas Gravatac. It's just weird. 2 of them just to be nice little utility units, quite cheap, quite fast, helpful for doing things like behind enemy lines or doing a little bit of extra anti-tank hunting. Yes, that is the list. I had to utilize my noggin a little bit there. It's 2,000 points on my shiny golden snosh. Let's have a look at the mission.
Today's mission is Direct Assault, a Strike Force mission from the Tempest of War mission pack. Players must randomly generate a deployment zone and mission rule using the Tempest of War card pack. Players then alternate placing 5 objective markers onto the battlefield, with 1 objective each placed in their deployment zone and the remaining objectives placed in no man's land. The primary objective is Direct Assault, a progressive mission where players score 4 victory points for each of the following conditions they achieve at the end of each of their command phases: holding 1 or more objectives, holding 2 or more objectives, and holding more objectives than their opponent. These are cumulative and cannot be scored in the first battle round. At the end of a player's turn, they score 2 victory points if they achieve 1 of the following, or 3 victory points if they achieve both. They controlled at least 1 objective marker that they did not control at the start of their turn. They destroyed at least 1 enemy unit that was in range of an objective marker at the start of their turn. At the start of each player's command phase, they must generate up to 3 secondary mission cards. At the end of their turn, they may discard any of their active secondary mission cards if they wish to.
Here we go. Whew. It is a knight versus knight in shining armor versus knight in clanking armor battle.
Although I feel because I'm the Mechanicus, or it's more like chivalry. I will be chivalrous.
I must be noble.
Must keep
Noble.
up values of the household. That kind of thing. Yeah.
Uphold the chivalric code.
My lady.
My liege, I will bend the knee.
Give me a moment.
So speaking of chivalric code, what did you take?
Yes, I've taken my pledges today is defend the realm, and the other one, which I've forgotten what it is, but I'll tell you when it comes up. That one.
Was it refuse no challenge?
I think it was, yeah. the old circuits and the old chivalrous brain have misfired there.
So my martial kata will come up as they do in the game. Also, for what it's worth, I've got my Dreadnought in Deep Strike. He's coming from Golden Light.
Yes, which is very cool.
That's why he's there to remind me, because otherwise I'll forget.
Yes.
That, and he's a mascot. He's cheerleading on the Custodian.
Protecting your command points.
So, you have seen the mission, you have seen the deployment. We have 2 mission rules going on today. It is a Maelstrom of Battle, which is very fun. But all that is left to do is roll for the first turn.
After you, sir.
It's very noble of you. It's very chivalrous. It was potentially a mistake.
Oh, no. Yes.
Okay.
It was.
Custodians are going first. We'll be back in just a moment. It is the command phase for the Adeptus Custodes. We're going to start off with the secondaries, and then I'll get into all of my rules and stuff. The first secondary is Battlefield Supremacy. Very nice.
Very nice.
The second one is Capture Enemy Outpost. Less nice.
That's nice.
And the third one is Assassination.
Ooh.
You do have 2 characters?
I do have 2 characters, yes indeed.
Well, I mean, fine.
Sir Shoots a lot, and Sir Melts a lot. They're my 2 characters.
Very good. Okay, so now my martial kata in turn 1 is Callistus. I'm going to be in Callistus. I'm going to be in stance 2. So everyone who moves or advances counts as remaining stationary. And then I've got a couple of extra bits to do with my Warlord over yonder. We're going to do Sally Forth to allow a unit to advance and charge. It will be on to...
Yeah. Ooh, might sting a bit.
Yeah. And then he's also going to use his Master of Stances on my Allarus Custodians. So not only are they in Callistus stance 2, they're also in stance 1. Ooh. As well, which is nice. So that is my command phase done. I've gained a CP, all that sort of stuff. A few other little things that I forgot to mention in the pre-game. The Dreadnought that is in Deep Strike is also an Eternal Penitent, because of course he is. Why would he not be? Cool. That's why he's been left on the ship. He's thinking about what he's done.
Just being very penitent.
One last thing in the command phase to do before we move on to the movement phase. I'm going to spend a CP. This is how we're going to track this now. To discard Capture Enemy Outpost, because it's right in the middle of your guys.
My knightly hooves.
I'm not getting it. So that can go bye-bye. And instead we're going to have Behind Enemy Lines. I mean, fine. I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound, I guess.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
It is the movement phase, but first, just slight, I can't read. The Sally Forth quite clearly says infantry only.
You Sally fool!
Yeah, yes.
I mean, they're infantry on bikes.
Yeah, but they're bikes. So for what I would have done it on the Allarus Custodians, for what it's worth, but whatever. So that's fine. Nothing else is obviously impacted by that really, so it's just our normal movement. So we're going to kick off with the newly christened pod racer, as Jinx has called it. So Anakin is going over here. The bikes will move up here. I am advancing because I can do so, as is my right with the Solar Watch and the Callistus. Yes. Words are hard. Ignore me and my inability to speak or read. It's all going horribly wrong for me today. A 4 on the advance for the Shield Guardians is enough to just pop them around the corner here.
Speedy.
Sagittarum only rolled a 1 on their advance, but thanks to Solar Watch, the +1 does mean that they've got enough to go round here. For what it's worth as well, everyone, the boxes, the crates rather, are true line of sight, but everything else is obscuring. Obviously, trees are trees.
Yep.
So I will be able to shoot at the big knight, but vice versa. If he can see over this, he can shoot me back. The shield captain is just going to park himself in the middle of the...
In the middle of the road.
In the middle of the road. Well, he is certainly not middle of the road, for he won't fit.
His cape is too majestic.
Yes. Okay, good.
No capes.
We got a 5 on the advance, so +1 for Solar Watch, a big 6 onto the Custodian Allarus here. And we did roll a 3 for the Shield Guardians next to them, which will give them a little 9-inch move, just moving up alongside them. Last little bits of movement. The Shield Captain, again, rolled a 1, but thanks to the +1 goes to there. And the second of the pod racers, Sebulba, he moves up over here.
Very deep cut Phantom Menace.
to join the Custodian Terminators. That's my move phase done. Let's do some shooting. Let's kick off the shooting phase, goodbye, with the Sagittarum. We have 15 shots into the errant.
Yes, indeed.
So we are hitting on...
Dropping dice all over the place.
Hitting on 2s because I count as remaining stationary as part of
Very cool.
2. Rerolling the 1s for the shield captain nearby. Swine.
Curse you 1.
1 miss. It is 5s to wound because it's strength 5. It's -1 is damage 2. Goodbye. That's not a bad. Oh, that's
Very
pretty
good
good.
roll.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at -1.
Oh.
Okay, very good. Each one is 2 damage.
4 ups. Whoop.
Ooh.
Cheeky that.
8 damage. Fortunately, you are House Mechanicus, which means you do start with 26 wounds.
Yep.
You have 18 remaining. Ooh. The Blaze Cannon from Anakin
I want to kill him.
into the errant. 2 shots. I hit you twice.
I am rotating my Ion Shield just for reference.
I wound you once, but I do get full rerolls here against
Nice.
vehicles. It is 1 wound. It's a 4-up invulnerable save.
Yep. That's it.
Loves it. Salvo time.
And salvo indeed.
5 missiles into your Knight Errant. Here we go. I mean, if I can get that again, it is forced to wound. There we go. Only the 1 wound. Pity. Never mind.
Yep.
It is D3 plus 3 damage. It is Kia, the big 6. 12 wounds remaining. Whilst we're here, we'll do the Shield Captain.
Yes.
He hits. The Shield Captain, he wounds. 4-up invulnerable save.
Oh, it was on a 4 and it failed.
It'll cost you 2 CP to do it because of the mission roll if you're going to re-roll it.
Yeah, I got it. Oh, curses.
And this is why hashtag no CP reroll is a thing. It's D3 plus 3 damage. It's only the 4, so he does have 8 wounds remaining, but he has taken a battering. Ow! Sebulba fires his blaze cannon.
Curse you!
Into the Knight Errant. It is a 36-inch range. I'm just in range. 2 shots. Damn, I miss you once. It is 5s to wound. It is a wound. It's minus. Doesn't matter. You got a 4-up invul. It is flat 3 damage. He has 5 wounds remaining. He is heavily degraded, but he still stands.
Sebulba!
Next up, the Custodian Terminator. I keep calling them Custodian Guards.
The Allarus
Custodes. Despite their hooning up the battlefield, they're just out of range with their Balistus grenade launchers into this Helverin here. So it's just their Castellan axes because stance 2.
Axe attack.
Reroll the 1s for the captain nearby. I hit you all of the times. 5s to wound. It's 2 wounds at -1 damage 2 on that Helverin. It's 4 damage. Okay. And then we'll go over to the shield captain himself, who I forgot to mention carries the Gatekeeper, which is a big old spear, which is basically a guardian spear, which is better at shooting. Becomes rapid fire 2, which is nice.
Good.
Strength 5 -2, which is nice. And auto hits, which is really nice.
Very nice.
And I wound you once. It's -2, so 5-up save. It's another 2 damage.
At some point, everyone, I will make a save.
You will eventually. So 6 damage on him.
Oosh.
But that is my turn.
Alrighty then.
Look, I mean, it certainly wasn't bad.
He's puffing smoke over there.
Yeah, he's really, really beleaguered. You are Mechanicus, so you do have ways to just act on your top profile.
Yes. But he's taking a pounding as well, so I'm going to have to think about what I'm going to do there.
Yeah, and remember you do heal as well.
Heal.
I'm going to discard behind... I've scored Battlefield Supremacy, because I'm holding 3 objectives, and more than you. Assassination is still on the board, and with only 5, 6 wounds remaining, I'm going to keep
possible.
that. He is a character. Behind enemy lines, however, can get in the bin. That's not happening for me today, so goodbye to you. So, scored some points. I have picked up 2 points on the primary for holding an objective, which I did not at the start of the turn. But you do still have every single knight available.
It's quite a lot of shooters.
Yeah.
It is now time for the Imperial Knights. A few things up top. I rolled dice for my Master of Vox, so you can refund CP if you get 5+, and I did. That's
You did.
nice.
You got,
I get a
you
little
got a CP back.
bonus CP back. And then also, because I am honoured at the moment and I've taken my pledges, Defend the Realm and Refuse No Challenge, because Defend the Realm will get 2 CP this turn. So you get an extra CP each
You're
turn.
back up to 9 CP is what you're saying, despite spending 4.
Yeah, right. It's really useful, so you can kind of rotate Iron Shields, especially if you keep on it, which is very nice. So let's see what cards I get.
The seconders.
The first, Extend Battle Lines.
Okay. Well, that's pretty doable.
That seems doable. Attempting Target.
That one over there.
Yeah. And the third, Blood and Guts. Okay,
You can probably get a point on that quite easily this turn.
Yeah, I think I'll ditch Tempting Target because I've got that extra CP back, which is nice.
Sure, yeah.
And see what else I can draw.
What do you get instead?
Secure No Man's Land.
Right, well, with that we've combined with the yeah, okay, fine. That's a good start.
So a few things to do in the command phase. First of all, I'll start with something new, which is the Knight Preceptor. Essentially, the Preceptor is like a chaplain. A big chaplain knight, which is quite nice. Which just is the coolest thing I think I've said. He is going to do 2 of his knightly teachings, essentially, and these go off in 3s. So the first is a Virtue of Courage, which will give him a 6-inch aura of Exploding 6s to hit, which is very handy for armigers within 6.
Unless you roll a 1.
Not go off. Splendid.
Fine.
Right, the Knight's Faith is the second one I shall try, which basically gives him a 6-up shrug.
Sure.
Well, an aura of 6-up shrug, which does go off.
Well, it's not quite an aura of 6-up, is it?
No, not quite, no.
Because it would be until you start doing bondsmans.
Yes. Yeah, there's a bit of that, yes. Right, so Bondsman time. So Bondsman Abilities are new abilities the big knights have, which essentially give each knight a sort of special power. So on the Errant, for example, he can make armigers advance and charge.
As well as +1 advances. And
yeah, and +1 to advance and charges. So I will put that from the Errant onto the 2 Warglaves, because why would you not?
Well, so the reason why you can do it on 2, normally it's only on 1, but because he is a Master of Vox, he has an Exalted Core upgrade, it allows you to do it on 2, as long as you are honoured or virtuous.
Yes, so as long as you paid the points to do the upgrade, you can then do 2 if you're honoured.
Which for 20 points on him, and giving you a 5-up regen on CP, is a bargain.
It's pretty great, especially the Errant ability there. The Bondsman's ability on the Knight Crusader is then a +1 to hit for ranged attacks, which you'll put onto the Helverins, and because he is also a character, the Forge Master, he gets to on 2.
Yeah.
So they're all buffed up and ready to go.
And because you're honoured, you're also -1 damage, which against an army of predominantly minus damage 2 is
a problem.
Could be an issue for me. And the 6-up shrug that you mentioned with the Preceptor now works on 5s if they're under the effect of a Bondsman ability. So basically those armigers have exploding 6s, -1 damage, and a 5-up shrug.
Oh, they won't have this exploding 6 because I didn't
Oh, you didn't forgive me yet.
Not all is lost.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. A quick thing to mention that I forgot in my command phase is that I'm going to pay the 2 CP to put this Errant back onto his top profile.
Damn it.
Which is quite handy. He's not long for this battle, but at least he'll be able to do some bits while he's
yes.
Is the plan. Cool, so now that he's on his top profile, he will do some bits in a minute, but these Helverins are going to advance. Because I'm House Raven, I can advance to still shoot.
You don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah,
so they got a 5 and a 4 on their advances, which means they can zoom.
Up and over!
Up and away! Don't fall off now, boys. Don't embarrass me in front of the Custodes. The Warglaves here, that can advance and charge, and being House Raven can shoot. You can zoom over here. Also, being House Raven, they do not take any penalties for their movement and advances, so they can ignore the barrier, because they're like the Raven. Despite rolling really high for their advances, I sort of goofed my movement a bit because they're trapped behind each other. So they're more just some shuffling. Stompy, stompies.
Yes. Sorry, excuse me, Mr. Crusader.
Pardon me.
It's all terribly British.
Passing through.
Yeah. They're chivalrous, don't you know? Right.
Let's shoot some Custodes, yeah.
Suddenly turned into Cockneys.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
So Stabs-a-Lot is then just going to move slightly forwards. So he can still get line of sight and some stuff and potentially help with charges later on. Cool, I think that is my movement done. The Helverin is going to kick off the shooting phase, namely this Helverin to start with, by shooting all of his guns into the bikes.
Very well.
So the autocannons is 43 for the shots. Oh, well.
Okay.
3, 4, 5.
Only 5.
Only 5.
But you are hitting on 2s.
I am hitting on 2s. Unfortunately, I'm not getting my rerolls from my banner, but...
Yeah. Or you're exploding 6s. Yeah.
Yeah, because...
But otherwise they wouldn't be able to shoot because we are counting this.
Yes,
This is obscuring,
exactly,
remember?
right. So I figured it was worth it.
Yeah.
We'll see if it comes out in the wash. 2s. Excellent.
Okay, fine.
Fine.
Freeze to wound.
That's 2 wounds.
Okay, so -2 now, so 4 up invulnerable saves. You do kill 1. Fine. Fine.
The stubber on the same Helverin hits you all the times. We're wounding you on 5s, yeah. It is 2 wounds.
Oh, 2 wounds, is it?
2 wounds.
2 wounds, is it? I'm fine.
They're absolutely fine.
It's the wrong way round.
Well, more or less the same again from the second.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. How many shots this time?
Better.
6, 7, 8. Yes.
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 That is mathematics.
It's tricky. 2s. Those rerolls would have been excellent right about now. Oh, it's only 1 actually.
You're fine.
I thought I saw more 1s. I'm so used to seeing them. 3s.
Freeze.
Ooh, not too bad. For 5 wounds.
5, is it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so 4 up invulnerable saves. Oh, that's another 2 dead. That's horrific. Okay. Ouch.
Oosh. While we're here, the stubber does hit you all the times to wound.
Ooh.
Just a moment.
Which I'm
Loves it.
It's the wrong way round. Stop it.
Next, the Warglaive, at the furthest away from me, is going to shoot all of his melter goodness into the bikes.
Okay.
I don't like them.
I understand.
3s. To point out, I'm doing my melter gun and my thermal spear at the same time. It's 3s and 3s. Just because.
But you should do your thermal spear separately because it's in half range.
It is indeed.
But they've all hit.
But
so
they've all
it's
hit.
fine.
Right, we'll separate them out now. Right. The melter gun.
Tis a wound. I'm fine.
Tis a save. Excellent. The thermal spears. Spear. It's 2 wounds. It's double 6.
So 1 goes free, so your damage +2.
Yes.
Because you are within half range. It does kill another one.
Oof.
Oh dear.
Ouch. Now the Warglaive behind the dent. His melter gun is going to shoot the grav attack and the thermal spear into the Custodian on his bike.
Okay.
The melter gun.
Misses. That's nice.
The thermal spear into the bike.
Hits once because the dent.
Yep. Wound.
Does wound.
Does wound, yes.
Cool. Your damage. He is dead because you're in half range.
Yes.
Ouch.
Time for the Knight Errant to try and kill a hero of the Imperium.
I mean, look. With the way that I've been rolling, it'll happen.
Yes. So he shoot his thermal cannon into the shield captain.
Into the shield captain. Very good.
The number of shots is 4.
4. You are going through dents. There's no way to bypass this here. Good thing too.
I just hit you the one time. To wound.
It does wound because it's only strength 9.
Well, there we go.
Oh, he's still. I mean, he's still going to be very hard pressed to kill anything because he's like -1 damage. But I mean,
still,
he'll give it a go.
He'll give it a jolly good go. Time for the Knight Preceptor.
Okay.
He's going to do his high intensity las impulsor into the Allarus Terminatos.
The Terminators, you say?
Yes.
The infantry.
The infantry.
What strength is this?
It is strength 12.
So you'd be wounding me on
3s. 2s, maybe 3s.
4 because of arcane genetic alchemy! Arcane genetic alchemy!
It's 2 CP, but that's in my pool.
In the pool.
Arcane genetic alchemy.
Thank you, Servo Skull, for that terrible rendition.
How many number shots do I get with the high intensity laser?
None.
Yep.
Goodbye.
5.
5.
I was trying to say the opposite of none, but that's not how it works. Hitting on 3.
You are indeed.
Yep. Well, there you go. 3 hits, to wound, 4s.
I mean,
well,
wow.
splendid.
Fine. But it saved me from 1. Very good.
Time for the Crusader to step up to the plate. You might have useful arcane genetic alchemy.
Yes, arcane genetic alchemy.
Of course, because
Stop trying, Salvo.
the Avenger Gatling Cannon.
Okay, you missed quite a couple there, James.
Okay then. Like that, is it? Good. Wounding
Forced to
you
wound, I'm
awful,
afraid.
Of course.
Oh, saved me quite a bit there.
That's done, made a big old difference.
Only the 2. 1 takes 2 damage, so he's down to 2 wounds remaining.
Right. The Thermal Cannon.
Thermal cannon.
Yep.
Ooh, it's the big shocks. It is the big 6. Ooh, it's 5 hits. Forced to wound though. Come on, arcane genetic alchemy.
Arcane genetic alchemy.
Oh, pants.
Antaloonies.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to do these one at a time because of the damage, because you are just outside of melter range.
Yes,
so,
I am.
The first one, this is on one that's on 2 wounds. He's dead. The next one is fine. Is fine. Is fine. So I only lose the 1.
Ooh.
Okay, very good.
Tough cookie to crack. The charge phase.
Onwards.
The knights are on the charge. The 2 warglaives in front of the errant are going to charge into the palace grab attack.
Okay.
The first at the front rolls 7.
So 8 because you do have the +1 to charge because of the errant's ability.
Yes, of course. The one behind him.
Probably won't make it.
Probably won't. What's 2 CP for reroll? Let me
move.
measure.
Hashtag no CP reroll.
Hashtag no CP reroll.
We'll move and measure, and then we'll figure out what I want to do. The knight at the front is in. The second one isn't, because despite I had sort of space to maneuver, I would have ended up getting tagged by a lot of stabby boys.
Yeah, heroic interventions.
Yeah, because 6-inch heroic intervention.
Yeah, so I've got a strat to do a 6-inch heroic intervention, and because of this guy's Warlord trait champion of humanity, he has a 6-inch heroic intervention base.
Yes.
So
I figured I'd be safe and just go with 1 into the palace grab attack.
a respectable decision.
So I have 4 attacks. I will be hitting on 2s because I'm honoured and because of one of the pledges I've taken. And because I'm honoured, I get +1 on the first round of combat.
Very nice.
Very nice. So 4 attacks and for 2s.
You hit me all the
Full
time.
hoose.
Freeze to wound.
Freeze to wound. Okay, just the 1.
Okay. Which I save with my ion shield.
He's gone like. Bzzz.
I will hit you back.
Nice.
No, I won't.
Excellent.
Because,
The fight phase, everybody. Oh, that went okay.
I mean, look, you did kill my big blob of anti-tank stuff.
Yes.
Fine.
Yeah.
Like,
It was, yeah.
you had to.
I kind of had to, otherwise I'd be in a I'd be in a bit of a pickle.
Yes.
But yeah, I have got my
I mean, you
buffs
saw
up.
what they did, and that was with a whiff.
Yeah,
You
exactly
know,
right.
so-
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's in a problem. He's a problem for another time. But yes, I got extend battle lines and I got secure no man's land, which gives me 10 points for the secondaries. I did get 2 points in the primary for being on an objective I wasn't on before, but I haven't killed anything that was on it because the palace grab attack is still very much alive.
Yes, I know.
I will discard blood and guts.
I understand.
Just to see what else comes up.
I understand.
But that will happen in my next turn, and then these are also spent.
Completed.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, happy with that. On to your turn 2, sir.
My turn 2. Okay. Well, like I say, I've lost my big anti-tank blob, which is a real pain given the sheer amount of -1 damage across the army now. But it's okay because it's Tempest, and it's basically what the cards say.
It's the hashtag bestest.
Right. It is turn 2. I've picked up some primary points, as mentioned. We have Storm Hostile Objective. Okay.
Quite doable.
And we also have Raise a Banner. Okay. It's not ideal because it means I do have to keep a unit back over there, but it's fine. Do I want to do that? It is a guaranteed 5, but then I'm keeping a unit back. Ooh, I'll have to think about that during the rest of my command phase. No, actually, you know, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Because what's going to happen is we are in. No, I do need to think about my. It's all very confusing.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. Come back to me. Okay, I've thought about it now. I took the pressure off myself by saying cut, and then I've now put the pressure back on because now I have to explain everything. So what we're doing is we're coming out of the Callistus Qatar. We're moving into Rendax. Particularly stance 1. So this enables me to do 6s to hit against vehicles and monsters, auto wound.
It's that extra power in the thighs.
Yeah, it's the thigh squat. What I am doing with my Master of Stances from my Shield Captain is putting the Allarus into stance 2.
Ooh.
Which enables them to get +1 strength on the turn that they charge as well, which could help if I get a high charge on them against a big knight. Because I am, of course, putting Sally 4th on them so they can advance and charge this turn. There could be some other things that I could do in the command phase, but I'm not going to. I am going to keep Raise the Banner because it's a guarantee, even though I'm potentially sacrificing a bit of combat. I know that they can come back in later, so that's my thinking. So that is my command phase done. Let's do my movement. The Allarus, this is quite crucial, so I'm going to show you the dice roll. The advance. Ow, fine.
Reroll it, Chef?
No, hashtag no CP reroll. I will die on this damn hill. So it's an 8-inch move because of the +1 from Solar Watch. I will still be able to make charges, but it is not ideal. Fine. So that's where they've ended up. Look, it's not an ideal place for them. I can still make charges, but I wanted a higher one so I could go and duff up a big knight. But hey, we are where we are. We're going to move the Custodian Guard up to here, just moving normally, so that they can shoot and charge. And then whilst we're down here, the Shield Captain is just going to step onto the objective here. He's going to raise the banner, because it's just infantry or obsec.
It's very stoic.
And in order to protect him, Sebulba is moving round to here.
Sebulba!
Anakin, who has somehow survived combat, is going to fall back. I'm also spending 1 CP on Maneuver and Fire to allow him to shoot. And he can charge as well if I'm so inclined because I'm Solar Watch.
So
but,
you
I mean,
could say the Force is strong in this one.
I could also say that this is pod racing. Moving up to here with these Custodian Guard to engage the foe. The Sagittarum moving round, just moving normally in order to bring their guns and their Adraphic Destructors. He's dead now.
Gorkamogruls.
Yeah, Gorkamogruls. In order to bring their guns. The Shield Captain. Oh, I'm getting stuck on something. What am I even stuck on?
It's flock.
Yeah, probably. He's going to move here so that he has some options. Get out of the way, Shield, but stay an inch away. Because I might need to go and make a long charge on him to finish him off. He doesn't actually teleport. He elbow drops from space. Shooting phase, let's begin with the Custodian Guard down on this far flank here. We're going to be shooting 2 of them into the 6-wound errant because they're in range of him. The other one is just out, so we'll fire into the Warglaive in front.
Is the AP on these?
AP 1, damage 2. It's only strength 4, so it'll be 6s to wound, but remember 6s to hit, auto wound because of my Rendax stance 1.
I am waiting for my rotation time.
I understand. Here we go. Let's start with
Waiting for when it's time to do the spinnies.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
We'll start with the Warglaive. I hit you twice.
Ooh.
I wound you just the once, it's -1. Goodbye. It is 1 damage because of your Bondsman.
Indeed.
Fine. So we'll mark him up in a minute. Yep. And now here we go. 4 6s. No 6s. Reroll the ones for the captain. No 6s. 4 6s. No 6s. Okay, never mind.
Well.
The Custodian Guard down here level their Sentinel blades into the armor that is wounded up the top there. I do miss once, can't reroll it because the banner's being done, but that is an auto wound, which is nice. 5s to wound. Oh, it's 3 wounds in total at -1.
Yep.
So 2 damage.
Yes.
Stupid -1. The Contemptor now fires everything into your Crusader.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you know, he does have Iron Bulwark.
Yes, and he is the Forge Master, so he reduces damage by 1 as well.
Oh, he does. Yes, no, I'm definitely firing everything into him then because I need to do as much damage to him as possible so I can kill him.
He's a tanky boy!
Yes. And that's whilst you're wholly within your deployment zone.
Yes.
Which is what you currently are.
Which he still is.
Because -1 damage all the time would be wild.
Yes.
We'll start with the Dreadspear. I hit you twice. Ooh. Forced wound is strength 8. It is 1 wound. It is minus, doesn't matter, you got a 4 up in bar.
Yep.
Loves it. And then we've got my 2 twin Adraphic Destructors. So 4 shots here. I do hit you all the times. They don't get the Rendax because they don't have Martial Kata. It's hard to do Kung Fu whilst you're a Dreadnought.
Yep, that's fair.
Difficult. It is 2 wounds. It's -3. It's damage 3, so damage 2.
Yep.
It is 4 damage. Okay, 22 wounds remaining. Anakin now is going to fire, it's happened now, is going to fire into the errant.
I will rotate my ion shield.
I understand.
careful.
Double marked for death.
Don't like it.
It's 5s to wound.
It's very apt considering he's
I can
Anakin.
re-roll these because you're a vehicle.
Good job that.
Anakin, you whiffed. You whiffed on the errant, and you whiffed on the women and the children too. Shield Captain into the Knight Errant. You okay there?
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous.
Here we go. It's a hit. Oh, for those of you wondering, again, even though I rolled a double 6 to hit, no martial stances. Hard to do Kung Fu when you're a vehicle. It's a hit.
We've tried it.
4s to wound. It's a wound. A 4-up invulnerable save. The Salvo launcher.
Yep.
Swine. Oh. Pantocles. Sebulba then. Fire into your errant. Because, yeah. You must die. I hit you twice. It's 5s to wound. I wound you once. Re-rolling because you are a vehicle. Damn it. 1 wound. 4-up invulnerable.
Yep. Ooh. Now that's pod racing.
My hand has been forced. I didn't want to fire the Sagittarum like this because I wanted to utilize all their graphics into just the one knight. But he must die. I can't rely on him making a 7-inch charge.
Bit risky.
So, yeah, just a bit. What we're going to do then is a little bit of a split. We're going to fire the front 2 here into your errant because they are in range with their Adraphic Destructors.
Yep.
Are they Adraphic Destructors? Oh, it's the disintegration beam. It's an Adraphic weapon. The other 3 are going to fight into the Warglaive in front. Let's start with the Warglaive in front.
Nice.
Because that's not as crucial or as interesting.
We want the pressure to mount.
I am firing both weapons. I am re-rolling ones because I do have a shield captain nearby. That is a full house.
Ooh, a full house.
It will be 5s to wound here. I didn't count how many 6s there were there. I think there was at least 1. So
yeah.
That is 3 wounds in total at -1, damage 1 onto your chap in front.
Okay, he takes 2
damage.
2 damage, nice.
The disintegration beam is a wound there, 2 hits, 5s to wound. Oh! It's 3 wounds at -3 on your Warglaive in front.
6s.
5 up, you got an inbound.
Oh yeah, of course.
5 up inbound.
Ooh.
Big news, because they are 3 damage a pop, becomes 2, but that is a total of 6 damage.
Yeah.
He does, that's a lot healthier to kill now.
Yes.
Good. And now on to the big knight. We'll start with some Tracer Bolt Fire. I do drop 1 because I'm firing both profiles.
Do you still get an auto wound?
I get an auto wound.
Oh dear.
It's 5s to wound. It's 2 wounds at -1, damage 2. 4 up invulnerables.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He's got 4 wounds remaining.
Yes. Well, the damage 2, does he? Oh, he doesn't reduce damage. He's not an
He's like the only thing that doesn't reduce damage. The disintegration beam. Double 6. I both hit. 5s to wound. Oh. I'm going to have to try and make a 7-inch charge then. Great.
It'll be combat then.
Ooh. Final bit of shooting, the Balistus grenade launchers, because they are an assault weapon, are going to fire into your Crusader to try and help soften him up for the Contemptor.
Yes.
Here we go. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. Fine. Not bad. Okay. Hitting on 3s because I did advance. I do drop 2, that's fine. No auto wounds, that's fine. 5s to wounds. It is 2 wounds at -, doesn't matter, 4 up in bomb. They're 1 damage a pop.
Cool.
So he's got 20 wounds remaining. That's my shooting phase done. Now let's make a bunch of charges. Charge phase, we will begin with the Custodian Guard into the Wounded Armiger.
Yeah, for better or for worse, I'm going to save it.
Not overwatching?
No.
I'm... It's 3 inches up. 2 inches across, but fortunately because I'm solo watch, I do get a +1. Ooh, goodness. Let me move them in. The Custodian Guard down here into this Warglaive, again the wounded one. Yes, because of the +1, but fine. They're really not making it easy. It's good though. I'm getting rid of all of these low rolls for my high charges in a minute.
Those heavy shields.
Very clever.
Telling yourself that.
Very clever. Because of that low roll, it's really annoying because I wanted to move around to allow the Sagittarum to move in. I need to kill that errant.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make that charge.
I don't know. There is no charge.
Can you sense a theme for today's game?
I'm very happy with the theme.
You're welcome.
Here we
I
go.
call them pod racers.
Oh, he's in! He's in! He's coming for you!
You could say he has the high ground.
We're going to get a copyright strike.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes, he has the high ground!
The Sagittarum now have an opening, so they're going to go in.
Give it a red hot go.
Yes, with a +1, yeah, absolutely. The Allarus will charge into the wounded armor guy. Yep, good thing I didn't try and make the long charge against the big knight because they would have failed.
Oopsies.
Okay. Contemptor going into the Crusader.
I'm going to fire Overwatch.
Okay, I understand. Spend your CP.
Discard
please.
your command point dice, Jimothy.
It's gone.
It's gone now.
Now let me fetch all my dice.
Okay. What are you going to start with?
I will start. Let's start. What do you mean to go on? Let's do the thermal cannon.
Sure, why not? It's for 4 shots.
Yep.
1 hit.
6 in there.
Okay.
To wound.
3 to wound.
Yep. It is a wound.
5 up invulnerable shape. Ooh, go on then. D6 +4.
Yep.
Okay, I have 2 wounds remaining.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Right. So, got the pressure's on. Right.
And we will remember Blessing of the Sacristans this time.
10. Yeah. 11, 12. Okay.
1 hit.
1 hit.
5 to wound.
Yep.
No wounds.
No wounds.
Okay.
Okay, right. God, this is so tense. God, the heavy flamer.
Heavy flamer. 1 shot. Does it hit? No. Does it wound? Yes, it does.
Yep.
I've got 1 wound remaining. Heavy stubber. I've got 1 wound remaining.
Still leave him.
Do I make the charge? Yes, I
Yes,
do,
you
because
do.
I am Solar Watch. Thank goodness for that. Right, well, that was very precarious with my 1 wound remaining. We're going to start with the Dreadnought, because if you interrupt and step on him, that will suck for me.
Yeah, it would be a good time.
So what I'm going to do is I'm spending a CP on Slayers of Nightmares. Sorry.
The Slayers of Nightmares!
I have checked this. I've checked the FAQ as well. If I've missed something, I apologize, but I'm not seeing anything to say that I can't do this. Because it just says, an Adeptus Custodes unit from my army. If I'm fighting something with a higher toughness than me, I add 1 to the wound roll. It costs me 1 CP because the unit contains 3 or fewer models, despite being a Dreadnought. So I'm going to do that. And as far as I'm aware, there is no other ability which enables me to get extra attacks or boost my abilities in any other way. So it's just my 6 attacks from Eternal Penitent. Yeah. I'm hitting on 2s. I'm wounding on 2s now because of that +1.
Yep.
I am -3. Do
Yep.
you want to do any CP to give yourself extra saves?
Yes, I believe I would rule martial prowess because I can do it. It will cost me 2 CP on a big knight.
It will.
But it will give me an extra +1 to my save.
I'll give you a 5 up save rather than a 6 up.
It will
against this.
stop me being able to interrupt, but I need that guy alive.
I understand. 2s. I hit you all the time.
That came out loud.
2s. Oh, it's a good thing I used that ability. It is
yeah.
5 wounds, 5 up saves because of your +1 because it's -3. It is -3. I'm going to check that.
Yes.
It's -3.
-3. I will be reducing damage by 1, but. Yep.
Can't use CP reroll either because it costs 2 CP.
That's
So, with the -1, that makes these D3 +2 damage a pop. I can kill you, but my gosh, it is going to need max damage. Oh, it was so close!
Do you want to use
5,
it? Command point word?
10, 15, 18 damage. I'm not going to use a CP reroll because I refuse to. And some of you are probably going, why aren't you doing it, Chef? And I say hashtag no CP reroll, hashtag get good.
He's very
Hashtag
good bands.
no.
I'm very hot.
And also, yes.
So I've rolled for my refundage from Master of Vox. I did get, because I used 4
You did?
CP, so I got 1 of them. So that does give me enough CP to interrupt.
Does.
So I have used them all up.
I understand.
I will get 2 next turn, and hopefully that'll do me to other things, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to interrupt here with the Knight Errant and attack your Shield Captain.
I understand. I have no minuses to hit or anything like that.
So hitting you on 3s.
Yes, because you are still on your top bracket.
Yes, because of the stratagem earlier.
Well, you were hitting on 2s because I charged you and you still rolled a triple 1.
Yep. Oh, good golly, good gosh.
It is 2s.
Okay.
It is wind.
Okay.
4 up. I'm going to stab you back now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna stab you. I'm gonna stab you right now, James.
Oh, I'm gonna get
Trace of
stabbed.
Misericordia.
Oh no!
That's a wound because of Rendax. One save at -2. He's got 3 wounds remaining.
He does indeed.
The Interceptor. He's got 6 attacks. Interceptor Lance. I do drop 1. However, because he is a champion of humanity or champion of the Imperium, whichever one it is, he gets 3 rerolls to hit. I hit you all the times, but no auto wounds. He's strength 7 with a +1 to wound, so it's 4s to wound. It's 4 wounds. It's -3. Yes. Each one is 2 damage. If you pass 2 of these, you are fine. No, you pass 3 of them, you're fine. He's dead.
Does he explode?
Does he explode?
Ah.
Yep. Oh.
So he has been dead, he has been cut down, the spear has driven into his innards, and then he looks back behind his men and goes, and I thought they smelled bad on the outside. The Sagittarum into the Warglaive. Okay, we've got a couple of 6s in there, and a lot of 1s.
Yes.
With the Shield Captain rerolls. Okay, it's a full house. It's 5s to wound.
Yes.
Yeah. Get into my hands. That's a weird roll.
Stuck, split down the middle.
It's like all 6s
All
and then
2s.
nothing but 1s and 2s. There's a couple of 3s in there, fine. So that is a total of 9 wounds at -2 from the Misericordias because they're free now, which is silly.
9 wounds, you say?
9 wounds.
Douche.
At -2, he's dead.
Oh dear.
Does he
Does
explode?
he explode? Oh, I saw it. It winked at me!
It went, The Allarus down the bottom there, because of vertical engagement, only 3 of them are in.
Nipping at my heels.
Misericordias! I hit you all the times. Misericordias! I wound you twice. -2. Saves 1 damage. Then their Castellan X's. Where are you, Castellan X's? Castellan X's, thank you. So I got 12 attacks here. We are strength 8, and we're technically strength 9 because I put the double thing on them, but that was just on the off chance that I would make a long old charge into a big knight. So 2s. Drop a couple there, but we've got an auto wound, and then it will be 3s to wound here. That's terrible. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds in total at -2.
You don't get +1 to wound for the Terminators, did you?
No.
No.
No, but I'm wounding on 3s because I'm strength 9.
Nice. Whoop.
He's dead.
He's very dead.
Okay.
He's very dead.
Does he explode?
Yep. That was my explosion not happening noise.
Very disappointing.
Blah, blah, blah.
I have consolidated piled in with the Custodian Guard, can't attack. I'm not able to get everyone within range of the objective either, so you will get the primary there, and the Allarus have stayed where they are because they'd have to kind of do that and spread out because of the Preceptor.
Yes.
But now it is Sir Shoots-a-lot.
So Shoots-a-lot is going to try and become Sir Stomps-a-lot. He will be hitting you on 4s because he gets the +1 to hit because of being honoured and all that jazz.
Bracket.
So come on, Stompy time!
Ooh, 2 hits there. It'll be
twice.
freeze to win because I'm toughness 7.
Come on now! Whoop.
7.
1 wound.
1 wound.
-2. It's a 4-up save or die situation. He's dead.
Hey!
Explode.
Does he explode?
Trying to think of a Star Wars reference.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yes!
I have a bad feeling about this. Damn it.
That was a bad feeling.
Yeah, it was.
A bad feeling
He is
that
dead.
it's
I
not
mean,
gonna be
to
an
be
explosion.
fair, he nearly killed a knight with a
That
little
was-
help from his friends.
I mean, it was so cool. He just runs in, like, hits around the ankles.
But he is dead. That does free up Sir Shoots-a-lot, which is a bit of a pity. But, okay, fine.
Yes. Right. Whew. The stress levels are high. This Warglaive is going to try and chop your shield captain in 2.
I mean, look, he could do it. The dream is still
Dream
alive.
is still alive.
It's freeze to wound.
Yep. The dream is
He
dead.
will live.
He will give you a good old scratching.
4-up invulnerable saves. He's got 3 wounds remaining, but he still stands. Oh, goodness.
Oh, blimey. It's time for my chicken scratches. May they be very dangerous from the Helverin.
They're the ATSTs.
Yeah, exactly.
Chicken walkers.
Chicken walkers. Okay, hit you twice.
Free swing.
A singular wound, yes, because there's no benefit from... There you go.
Well, that was a pretty successful turn.
That was spicy.
Yeah. Got rid of 2 of your pups, got rid of a character, and heavily degraded another.
Yes.
I realise that you can put him on his top bracket, and because you get the 2 CP, you can quite easily do so.
Yes.
But it does mean that then you won't be doing rotate in the following turn.
Yes.
In terms of objectives, I have scored 5 for assassination for killing the errant, 5 for storm hostile objective for these boys over here, and 5 for raise the banner with my shield captain over there. We've also picked up 3 on the primary for killing a unit and holding an objective that I was not holding at the start of the turn.
Indeed.
I did lose my Achilles, but he did an amazing job, so I'll take it.
He did the business.
He did the stabs in the shins and the chops in your bops.
It is my turn too, and the command phase, or the first bit, the card phase.
The heart of the card phase.
Heart of the cards. The first card I pulled. Assassination.
Well pants.
Well, quite doable, that one. Overwhelming firepower. Okay. Behind enemy lines. Well,
not so good.
gonna get that.
I mean, hey, like,
I mean, it's one of those things. I do get 2 CP this turn for my thing, but I need to save that for other stuff.
he has to operate on full effectiveness.
You're gonna need him. So I'm just gonna have to wear those cards. We'll see how we get on. Less to do in this command phase because I'm sort of out of position. Bit of a boo-boo there. So I can't give the Bondsman's abilities, but my Preceptor can do his knightly teachings. The Vow Courage does go off, which is good. And then the Knight's Faith does also go off.
Okay.
That's quite useful. He will be able to now go do some bits.
Nasty stuff.
One last bit of the command phase. Going to spend my 2 CP I gained to bring the Crusader up to his top profile. Which makes sense. Following on from that, the Preceptor is just going to move into this space here to grant his orders to his friends. And the Crusader, who is a top bracket, just can move to maintain the objective, and he can draw line of sight to what he wants. We should start proceedings with the Warglaive, who's going to try to melt your shield captain.
I understand.
He's going to shoot the metal gun, which will be hitting on 3s, because it's an assault weapon, into the shield captain.
Yes.
Ooh. Does it wound? It does wound!
For a memorable save.
Believe in the force.
Use the force, chef.
Don't do me that, there's Alec Guinness. Right, cool. The Thermal Spear.
Oh. Priest wound. Oh, did you get any 6s to hit there?
I did.
You got you did
On
get
the spear.
a 6 to hit.
Yeah.
So it's an extra. Okay.
Ah, well. Prefix that, right.
I am one with the force and the forces with me. I am one with the force and the forces with me.
Gordon's alive. That's a completely different film, but I thought I'd say it.
You ruined the theme, chef!
The Helverin now will shoot into combat at the Custodians. Fortunately, I can't give him +1 because command phase stuff, so he will be hitting on force. But how many shots? I need more dice.
More dice!
I'm fairly one-handed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Below average, but it will do. Falls.
Okay, well, you do get an extra hit there because of the 6.
Indeed.
So 5.
Bad. And
Freeze.
Come here. Well, hello.
Okay. -2. I do have a Praesidium shield.
I do believe you intended to say, James, why hello there.
Well, hello there.
General Kenobi!
At this point, we're going to get like a copyright strike.
We're so going to get sued. Right, 4 saves is it? It's -2. I do have a Praesidium shield, which is a 1-up save, so looking for freeze. Ooh, that's 2 dead. Oh, no, he's cut. You can't just walk out of combat. That's cheating.
Spinning around. Come on, ye stubbers! Bring us good fortune! Well, let's start.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, cheeky wound.
Cheeky wound.
No.
Oh, no, not today. Damn you stubbers! The Preceptor shields his high-intensity laser beam. That's how you have to say it, otherwise it doesn't work.
Yes,
that's what I'm hoping. D6 shots into the Allarus Terminator.
Arcane Genetic Alchemy!
Oh no, not again! Well,
Only 2.
well,
Only 2.
You've whiffed.
You've
Every
done,
time
you've done a
you've
whiffer.
He's just...
He hits twice.
He does hit twice.
Oh.
Arcane genetic.
You make me feel sick, Mr. Preceptor, sick! The Knight Crusader levels his guns at the Allarus Terminators. Okay, right. We will start with the Gatling Cannon. Oh, come on now. So 6s will be mortal wounds in addition.
6 is to wound, yes.
6 is to wound, yes.
Yeah, we'll remember it this time. Well, that's good.
It's not too shabby. Unfortunately, he can't benefit from any exploding 6s.
Which is also
range.
good.
Yes. That's less good.
It is less good. That is 5 wounds because of arcane genetic alchemy.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that.
Ah, yes, the okay, fine. That is 1 dead, 1 down to 2 wounds.
Right. Now, curses. May as well do the the heavy flamer.
Yes.
Ooh, hello, heavy flamer.
Okay then.
Watch him. Watch his rolling of
This
the
is how you
shot.
do it. Okay, so we've got 3 wounds there and a mortal wound in addition.
Yep.
So that's 1 mortal wound in addition. Just going to track that for the.
Yep.
I don't think you can get higher than that now.
No.
-1 on these, so that and the mortal wound unless I save on a 6. No, that's another 1 dead. I've only got 2 remaining.
The thermal cannon. Ooh, let me clear my dice. Come here. Thermal cannon.
4 shots.
Very consistent, though.
Yeah.
3s.
Forced to wound though.
Arcane genetic alchemy.
Do anything there.
Yeah.
Right.
Two wounds.
4 up invulnerable saves, but each one fails is 1 dead because you are well within half range, so it's minimum 5 damage. There's 1 guy left alive.
Oh, combat it'll be then.
Oh my.
The Preceptor shall charge the last remaining Allarus Terminator.
Okay then.
Okay, I went very high. I'm very nervous. Yep.
Maybe let's measure it out.
I'm now going to punch you with my big thunder gauntlet.
I understand.
Hang on 1 second, James. Can you just get the Allarus Terminator to actually face you?
Yeah, come on.
He's cowering. He's trying to turn to flee. No, he's not anymore.
It's
Okay,
actually
now
because you
that looks
approach him and he goes and he's like as he's like winding up the fist and the Allarus Custodians just like looks away, puts his weapons away and just goes, I won't fight you.
Yeah. Well, you will. Right. I'm hitting on 2s because I've charged because I get +1. Whoop.
Yes.
Good job, 2.
2s,
Only-
because you struck 16.
Oh, you're still arcane genetic.
It's only for a
Oh,
face.
for a face.
Not going to do it now.
Yep. It's full use, full wounds.
Wouldn't have made much of a difference, right? Because I'm that kind of a guy.
1 at a time.
1 at a time. He's fine. Goodbye. I'll try that again. Come on now. Am I going to do it on another 6?
Oh, he's dead.
Aw.
You know what that was because? I got too cocky. Slayer of Nightmares.
Slayer of Nightmares.
Gets the +1 to wound again, which is nice because you have a higher toughness than me.
Indeed.
It's a rarity that this rule comes up, but it's nice when it does.
It's good.
Misericordia. It's a hit. Misericordia. It is a wound because of the +1 to wound. It's -2.
Yep. Oh, no.
Damage 1, he's got 12 wounds remaining. 6 attacks from my now damaged 2 weaponry. Because your Bondsman ability is not active.
Was it 1? Yeah, because I was going to say it's
It's only
just
1 damage
Yeah,
with the,
I was going to check,
with the stat, but you do have 13 wounds because you are house
Yep.
mechanical.
Indeed.
That's 1 auto wound because we're still in Rendax. The dream is still alive. It is, however, freeze to wound.
Yeah. Well, Dream is very much alive.
That's
And alarming.
6 saves of 6+. Otherwise, he's dead.
Yep.
Oh, he's alive.
He's alive.
He's only got a few wounds, but he's alive.
Do it. Now I'm going to kick you with my chicken feet. This Hellren is going to
Sad
Bakar
chicken
your
noises.
Rendax. Bakar sounds like it could be a guitar start.
Yeah. Well, there is a Dakatari.
Ooh, that sounds like
Dakatari.
that sounds like it should be an orc one. Like
Yeah, I thought it
Dakatari.
was Dakatari.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Well, that's 2 extra hits there because of the aura.
Oh yes.
You're not getting the +1 to hit though.
No. So, but still, hey,
It's still 5 hits.
not too bad.
It's freeze to wound.
Yep.
Right.
The exploded so hard they missed.
I do take a wound.
Well,
I'm down to 2 wounds remaining.
Which is going to hit me back with a big sword.
I still stand. I still stand. I'm now going to stab you with my sword.
Please don't.
I'm gonna hit you with my shield bash. I hit you all the times. I am strength. I can't remember. Strength 6. Only the 1 wound.
Only the 1 wound.
It is -3. It is damage north. It's 2 damage. You have 11 wounds remaining. Very well.
11. Oh, it's big combat time.
Yeah.
The Warglaive is going to try and finish chopping your
so
man.
you're going to say that he's going to finish what he started.
Pretty much. Yes. He's going to. Well, actually, technically, he started it. So
That's what I mean.
Retaliation.
He's going to finish what he started.
Yeah, I'm with you now. With you now.
Not quite there, but
Yes, it was good. I'm just hot and sweaty and can't pay attention. 5s because of lots of things going on.
Oh, it's 2 hits there.
It is 2 hits.
It's freeze to wound.
Yep. It's 2 wounds.
Ooh.
Okay then.
1 at a time?
Yeah. You ready?
Hashtag no CP reroll.
I got what I needed, just not necessarily in the order that I needed it. Yeah, basically. Cool, I definitely killed the key targets I needed to.
Yep.
I get assassination, whew, that's good, but it would have been nice to also get tallies for overwhelming firepower, but hey, you know, it's the way it rolls. We'll have to see. I've still got good assets on the table.
Yep.
And both of us are definitely licking our wounds at the moment.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes in your next turn,
Yeah,
really.
so you got the 5 for assassination.
Yep.
You didn't pick up any points for the primary though, because you've not knocked anything off of a primary objective. But you did pick up a point for your honor.
Yes,
because
I did.
you've killed 2 units in melee.
Which is very cool.
Which is nice, and you've not lost any honor because you're not controlling less than objectives than you started the turn with, and you didn't fall back.
Exactly.
So you are on 3, which is nice. It gives you a nice little buffer.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep behind enemy lines in overwhelming firepower?
I'm going to ditch them, I
understand.
believe, just because, especially with overwhelming firepower, it is a tally one, and one be able to kill single units. You've got a huge amount of units on the table.
Yeah, so that's a tricky one against the Custodians. Because whilst I do, I mean, ironically, I do actually have some which are quite easy for you to kill, but it's then you're killing them rather than the stuff that's actually going to hurt you.
If you leave one alive or something, you lose the tally. I'd rather see what points I get.
I understand. Turn 3 for the Custodians. I gain a CP. I do also gain 12 points on the primary because I am holding more than you, which is pretty significant. But the cards hold the line very well.
Doable.
Deploy Teleport Homer. Okay, I could do that.
Actually.
Yeah, I could. And then extend battle lines. Good draws there. I'm going to keep all of those. And I am still in Rendax, and I am in stance 2 now, which is +1 strength on the turn of first turn of combat.
Chop.
Nothing else to do in the command phase. Oh no, I'm going to give myself the extra because I believe he can definitely do Sally 4th on himself because it is infantry. Now that I've read it, everyone. And then his commander trait is a character, so he's just going to give himself both benefits. So he has Super Rendax and Advance and Charge.
Yes.
Very good. That is my command phase done. Movement. Movement phase, we've advanced with this Custodian Guard unit. They weren't quite able to get in range of your deployment zone for Deploy Teleport Homer, but I am going to do that next turn because by putting them over here, I am threatening you've got to make some decisions, and it means I can almost guarantee getting it next turn. We're just going to move up Anakin here, and we're just going to bring forward the unit of Sagittarum over this way. Vengeance for the fallen shield captain. Falling back with this chap here because I can still charge, as is my right, as the Solar Watch. We got a 5 with the shield captain. Does give him a mighty 12-inch advance because of Solar Watch. He's going to go over here. Oh, no, he's going to go over here. He's going to go over here. Finally, Sebulba goes, go for duel. I'm pretty sure that's what he sounds like.
Sounds about right.
Anakin levels his big old laser beams into the Crusader.
No!
2 blaze cannon shots. I hit you twice. 5s to wound. Re-rolling because it is a blaze weapon. No wounds. Sebulba into the same target. I hit you twice. 5s to wound. I wound you once, re-rolling because I'm allowed to. It is 1 wound. It is -4. You have a 4-up in, Bob. It is damage free, so you will reduce the damage by 1.
So he might just hang on in there. Yep.
It's got 1 wound remaining. Well, I was going to do the shield captain, and then I realised that I advanced, and it's a rapid fire weapon, and I'm not in Callista's stance, so that would have been cheating.
No, no, no.
It is that.
Then you really would have been subaltern.
Well, that would have been a path that would lead to the dark side. So instead, we're going to fire all the Sagittarum at your 1 wound knight. There's some 1s in there. There is some 1s. The 6s mean nothing now because we're in stance 2.
It's an alarming amount of shots.
It is 5s to wound. It's 3 wounds. It's -1. It's 4-up saves.
Oh, so close.
Does he explode?
He implodes.
This. Good night, sweet prince.
Charges. We're now doing Sagittarum into the Warglaive. Yes.
Yes.
And whilst we're here, we'll do the Custodian Guard into the Armiger. Yes.
Yes.
And then the Shield Captain is going to go into the Armiger as well. I have no idea what he needs. It may very well be that because it is +1, which gives him 3 inches up, 6 inches across. In everyone goes. It's combat time. We'll start with the Guardian.
See what happens.
Little taster.
Little taster.
Little taster. He hits you all the times. He doesn't wound you any times. Because he doesn't get the +1. Oh no, he does get the +1. That's 2 wounds because he's strength 7.
Ooh.
-3. It's 2 damage a pop.
2 damage a pop.
Okay, very good. Ooh. Whilst we're here, we're going to do the Shield Captain. The Captain of the Shield. He's got 6 attacks. He's hitting on 2s. Right, well, he does miss with 2 of them, but those 6s are auto wounds because he has put himself in both stances.
Makes sense.
These are strength 8 because he gets the +1 to wound. Fine. It's 2 wounds, it's -3, it's damage 2. It's 2 damage.
2 damage.
Okay, yes, very good. The Sagittarum into your Warglaive. Whoop. That's a lot of 6s which are meaningless now, which is very annoying. It's 5s to wound, +1 strength, not really helping me here. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds, 6 wounds at -2 damage 1.
Oh dear.
So he may still yet live. He instead dies.
He instead does die.
Does he explode?
Does he explode?
Ooh. Explosion?
Yep. We haven't had any explosions yet.
It's an army of vehicles and no explosions.
Come on now.
Come on. It's very upsetting.
My chicken legs. Go into your captain.
The 2 wound shield
the 2 wound
guardian?
guy, yeah. Let's see if I can finish him off. Whoop.
You do hit me twice because of the +1 to hit.
Yes, indeed.
So he could do it.
Whoop. Yes.
A double 1.
Oh! Whoa! Kabonk!
I'm a wizard. Okay, look. Another pretty good turn.
Yes.
I'm really putting the pressure on and I am starting to run away with the points. I've got another 5 for extend battle lines. I also picked up
2 points.
2 points on the primary for killing a unit on an objective. So that's nice. I've also, as a result of that, shut down your CP regain.
Is a problem. And also losing the Crusade is just like...
Yeah, it's a big blow.
But to be fair, if he had stayed up and I could have 2 back, you would have had a serious problem there.
I would have had a bigger problem.
I could have arguably killed him out, but...
I had to deal with him, so that's good. But you do still have your Preceptor who is completely unwounded. Some might even say he is fully operational. And also killing him to the chicken legs means that I'm just going to get shot in the face now.
It's interesting.
It is interesting. You are only going to pick up 4 on the primary. Yep. But we've got to see what your secondaries do. I'm going to keep both hold the line because it's going to be done. Well, not necessarily. Oh, actually, it might not be. I'm going to keep it because it forces your hand, and I'm going to keep deploy teleport homers.
Yep.
Let's have a look at the Imperial Knights turn 3.
The card phase. Card phase.
The card phase.
Card phase. The card phase. Top of my turn 3. Card phase.
It's
sounds like a really bad
much,
Batman villain. Right. The first. No retreat, no surrender.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, sure. Yeah, you weren't doing that anyway.
Should be okay. Grind them down.
I mean,
You
sure.
Okay.
Sure. The third. Capture enemy outpost. Well.
Yeah, okay. You might not get that one.
No.
But
Got some options.
grind and... I mean, no retreat, no surrender is pretty much a guarantee. And grind them down is...
Potentially forces my hand, or I might go in a different direction than I thought I might.
Sure.
So it's interesting.
Okay.
Something to mention, the Warglaive, the Helverin is actually on 7 wounds because we roll his shrugs from the Knightly Teaching of the Faith Aura, which we'll get from Preceptor, which is very useful because if you hit
So that was from last turn. It didn't apply to this guy down here because he was out of range.
Yeah. So now I shall roll for my Knightly
Teach him again.
Teach them again, yes. So the Vow of Courage does not go off.
Okay.
The Vow of Faith, why not? Does not go off.
Okay, no teachings this
They're
time.
losing their momentum. Only one thing to do in the movement phase, and this big knight. Stomp over here. Being House Raven, he cares not for shrubberies.
I mean, he steps over them anyway.
Yeah, I know, but it's just I like saying it because the Helverin will shoot into the Shield Captain.
Yeah.
Because he can.
Yeah, and it's important that you made one of those shrugs because with the Mechanicus heal as well, you're now in your top bracket, so you're hitting on 4s with your guns rather than 5s.
Big. It would have been nice to have explained 6s, but you can't have everything.
You can't.
You can't. How many shots does it get?
5. I mean, look, it's enough to kill me.
It's enough to do the job.
How many wounds do I have, everyone?
A number.
Tell me.
A number.
Tell me. Only the one.
The dream is dead.
Okay, the dream could very well be dead, yes.
Doomed. The dream is dead. I'm now going to shoot down again.
I understand.
Right. How many shots does this gun get?
It's free. Okay.
It was
six.
spinning on a 6.
I saw the 6.
Then bounce went.
He went, no.
Right. I could do this powering up, please.
Yes.
Right. To hit. Let's hit you all the times.
You do hit me all the time. It is 2s to wound.
2s to wound. Whip.
Is it?
Yeah, it's strength 12.
Strength 12. I am toughness 6. Yes, that's
yes,
correct.
that is 3 wounds.
5 up invulnerable saves. He's alive with 4 wounds remaining. I'm sorry, James.
The charge phase it will be then.
Into the Sagittarum.
Into the Sagittarum, yes. I should point that out.
I'm not overwatching.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that is comfortably in. Right, I shall move him in.
All right.
I'm now going to do the backhand sweep against your Sagittarum.
Just like a terrible dance from the 50s.
Like, backhand sweep, yeah.
Well, unfortunately, my musical tastes are a bit more modern with Arcane Genetic Alchemy!
Yeah, I mean...
Arcane Genetic Alchemy.
Wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
I'm sorry.
So it'll be 2s to hit because you are still honoured, and it'll be 4s to wound.
Yes, indeed. Ooh.
Oh.
This turn has been an absolute disaster.
Okay.
And then, I rolled that one well.
Okay, you got 5 hits, it's 1 for each of them. It's 4s to wound. Come on now, James. I believe in you.
Believe in the Force.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
4 up invulnerable saves. You do kill 2 because they are
Nice.
damage free. So that is 2 Sagittarum.
Just splat it.
I'm going to stab you back with my stabbers.
Sweet.
Okay. A couple of ones in there.
I missed a few of the stabbers.
Yeah. They missed the hulking war machine. I suppose he's moving around. 1 wound.
One wound.
Singular wound.
No. Because that's how I rolled this turn.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. The chicken stomps into the captain.
You hit me 3 times.
You hit you 3 times. It's been right now.
3's to wound.
Yep.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
I say
Loves it.
I'll stab you back whilst I'm here. Stab, stab, stab.
3 stabs.
Okay then. The Emperor's finest. Right, well I do 1 wound.
1 wound.
It's -3, it is damage 2. Okay, well,
Do I shrug the damage?
Oh yes. No, it's the exact opposite.
Well, that was a disaster.
Yeah, that didn't go the way that you needed it to.
There was a bit of a plan, and I just whiffed on everything there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. Cool, I am going to discard Capture Enemy Outpost because it's all the way over there. And then I'll hang on to these, I guess, for timing.
So I do score Hold the Line for 5 points, because I have held the line.
Held.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to pick up more primary points. I am running away with the points now.
Yes.
If I get a couple of if I get 2 turns of bad secondaries and you
Interesting.
really power up,
Yeah.
it's still on. This is the beauty of Tempest.
Yeah, right.
It's not over until it's really over. Okay, card phase.
Dude.
Investigate site. I mean, it's not happening, is it? And no prisoners. Well, If I manage to score no prisoners, you've got no models.
Yeah.
So fine. Okay.
Possible.
I'm gonna just leave it, I guess. Sure. All right, fine. I'll bin off investigate site just cause.
Such a pants secondary.
It's all right.
I don't want to be investigating. I want to be fighting.
It's bring it down.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be on him. It's not really going to happen.
Yeah.
But fine. Command phase wise, I am in my. I have to be in my third Qatar now, which is Dakatari, which is. It's almost like a tiger stance,
nice.
And I am in stance 2, which is
very dynamic.
I might split my trousers if I do that, so I'm going to sit out.
Don't
on
do
that
that.
one. Yeah.
Which is I get an extra attack. I can choose to have an extra attack for becoming damage 1. Which on units which are already damage 1, they don't care. And against a lot of the stuff which has -1 damage, which is now dead, it would have made a difference.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of like, well, fine.
Well, fine.
And then the captain's going to put all of his buffs on himself, so he gets the stance 1 as well. So he goes from that to that as well. Ta-da! So that gives him, you can only consolidate and pile in 2 inches, whatever.
Makes sense? Yeah.
That's the command phase. Movement wise, it's there's not much to do. Movement phase, this is going to be real quick.
Yeah. Woo!
Sebulba comes around here. The shield captain steps backwards ever so slightly so he can shoot. Charge even, because solo watch. The Sagittarum, do the same.
We shuffle.
You're going to stay where you are, and the Guardians are going to move over here, wholly within your deployment zone, and do deploy teleport Homer. Shooting is, we've literally got 2 things to shoot. Sebulba and Anakin. Sebulba and Anakin are both going to fire into the Armiger in the center. We'll begin with Sebulba. He hits you twice.
Indeed.
He wounds you both times.
Oh no!
Okay, they both go through. That is 3 damage a pop.
Oh,
and 6 damage total. He's dead.
Explode.
Does he still have his shrugs active though?
Oh, he does.
Oh, he does.
Forgive me, so that's 6 shrugs to make. We'll keep that in the
Keep the
bank.
explosion,
Do you want that as an
just in
explode or a
case.
shrug? I don't mind.
We'll
let you choose.
How many wounds has he got?
He's got like 7.
Oh, that's rubbish. Well, let's do it as a shrug.
Okay, very good.
Right.
So 5 more shrugs. Oh, he is alive.
He lives.
With a wound. Okay, very well.
Alrighty then.
We'll do Anakin then.
Oh no.
He hits you twice.
Oh no.
Rerolling because you are a vehicle. He will live. It will have to be combat then.
Ooh.
And that's what's coming up now. The shield captain into the Armiger. Yes. Fine. I'm going to move him around here. The reason being is because I want to get ever so closer to the Preceptor.
Makes sense.
Because, yes. And then the Sagittarum, we're going to go back into the Preceptor. Yes.
Yes.
Whee. Whee. Shield captain, 6 attacks. Here we go. I should have used the Dakatari for an extra attack, but never mind.
He might be okay.
I wound you twice. I wound you twice.
Yep.
Okay, he is dead now. Does he explode?
Still gets a shrug though, right?
Oh, he still gets a
Does
shrug.
indeed.
It is 4 damage.
Thank you, Salvo Skull.
Thank
4
you so
damage.
much. Yes. No, okay, he's dead. Does he explode?
It was meant to be.
That's why I'm here.
Explosion! Finally!
Yeah!
Yay!
Yeah.
On the shield captain.
Okay.
2 wounds.
Or is it? Yes, it is.
It's
I've got
this.
4 wounds remaining.
On the Sagittarum.
Okay. Oh, one's alive.
Oh, I dropped my
ready.
dice in the excitement.
One's alive on 1 wound.
On my own big lad.
Oh, yes. Only the 2.
2.
Okay, very good.
Nice.
The Sagittarum into your Preceptor, and they will use the Dakatari stance to get an extra attack and become damage 1 on their damage 1 attacks. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And now the great pickup of dice begins. Begun the dice wars has. As 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds at -2 damage
6
1.
wounds.
Couple of wounds there.
He takes 3 damage.
3 damage,
Now I will sweep you back.
I've got 1 CP left. Let me just double check. How many times? No, I don't need to do it.
No archaeogenetic alchemist.
So basically,
All right, Yoda.
I'm not doing transhuman physiology. I have charged you, so it's 2s and 2s. Do it.
Okay.
You
Come on
didn't
now.
do it. 2s. 2s to wound. Okay. It's a good thing I didn't do transhuman physiology.
Yeah.
5, is it?
Yes.
4 up invulnerable saves. Oh, they're so dead.
Bam!
They're so dead.
Just pow!
Flat.
Powed them into the sun.
Well, that was again. It's kind of like.
Yeah.
Look, there's not much left on
Eye for an eye, yeah.
There's not much left on either side. So I do pick up 3 points on the primary
Yep, you
there,
do.
which is nice, and I do pick up 5 points for deploying a teleport Homer over there because it is completed by an infantry unit with OBSEC, which is cool. I'm going to discard Bring It Down and no prisoners because if I do that, fine. But I mean, I just would rather see more interesting dice. Let's have a look at your turn 4. Woo. Oh, you don't get Grind It Down, so you must discard it, but you do get no retreat, no surrender for 5 points.
Yay!
It's the card phase. I mean, it would have liked turn 3 to have gone well, but turn 4 should be just as good. Or better, please. The first card, Bring It Down.
That guy over there,
Yes.
he has the most wounds.
Very well. Hold the line.
So you got to kill them, or yeah, okay, that's not really.
Yeah, it's not so much fun. No prisoners.
I mean, a lot of stuff has high wounds.
Yes. Well, there's not much to do in the command phase.
Sure.
Actually, nothing at all.
Okay.
So on to the movement phase.
Stomp.
Stomp, stomp, stomp. Well,
I see. We're doing it like that, are we?
I mean, at this point, just stab it.
Wait, James. I'm just.
Okay, well, we'll measure this
James.
properly.
James, is he on top of the shield count?
He's on top
I
of
think
everything.
he's on top of.
He's crushed you as well. He's crushed the servo skull representation. He's on the missiles. He's like, it's happening. Shooting time. And not a great deal to do. The big laser cannon, high intensity, into the power scrap.
Is he finally going to kill something?
Let's hope he does.
I hope so. I mean,
Fine.
okay.
Okay.
2 swound.
Well, okay then.
5 ups. He's dead.
Yay!
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
But he is dead. Sebulba has finally.
Time for the charge phase. Just what he needed.
Yeah. No more, no less.
Now, before we go any further, I just need to do something real quickly.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. That's it. That's
Fight
what we're
me.
allowed.
Right, fight time. I'm going to do the sweep,
Okay.
just because I can just sort of backhand you into space. That's the plan.
To space!
In space!
Archaeogenetic
Tools. Okay.
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 4s.
4s, 5s, and 6s. 4 wounds for your displeasure.
4 up invulnerable saves. Oh, he's dead. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Well, that's my turn. And probably the game.
Yes.
Yes. I did bring it down for the 5 points, and I did start. I've got an all right, healthy bit on the tally for no prisoners.
Yeah.
But realistically, even if I maxed out all the points, I can't capture now.
Yeah, so if you maxed out all of your secondary and all of your possible primary next turn, you could get a total of 33 points. Now, bear in mind, that's already impossible because you need to be holding 2 on the primary.
Exactly. Yep.
But let's just say by some magical, mystical way you could do that, you could end up on 75 points. I'm already on 78.
Yeah, exactly right. I think it's one of those things that third turn I really could have done with going with it.
You needed the stuff to go nuclear, and you could have done with the Crusader Survivor.
Look,
so is that
great game,
concession?
man. Yeah, absolutely.
I love democracy. Good game, man. Yeah, very
really
good game,
man. Oh, I'm not trying to
You could even say, Chef, now you've won. You are the Senate.
I am the Senate. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, look, interesting one. The Knights are really quite interesting. I think building a Knights army is actually kind of difficult because you want to maximize the armor abilities,
But you need the big boys.
But you do need the big boys.
Yeah.
I think 2 of them with Exalted Core upgrades, and then you get about 6 or 7 of the Armigers is a good way of doing it.
I think that's probably the way. I definitely would like us to get more Armigers so we can run more.
Yeah, we are limited with the Armigers that we own, guys.
But I really like the Imperial Knights, and hey, Custodians was a really good challenge for them because that is a lot of armor to chew through. And I mean, look at the battlefield.
I mean, this is the thing about Tim. Everything's dead.
Everything is dead.
Everything's dead. I love it. I mean, Custodians are still really quite good. Yes, they can be quite. When you fail like all of your 4-up invuns on the bikes, and you're just losing like 85 point, 90 point models to go, you go, oh, this really hurts.
But then look, you powered up like that. The gravitate, like sometimes stuff just doesn't die, which is really good.
And sometimes it doesn't. And this is the thing. I always forget this with Custodians, and it's because everything's so expensive, and it's kind of similar to Knights, but I think Custodians are a little bit more forgiving in terms of body count. You lose a couple of models and you go, man, they're so expensive. That's a really big hit. And then you go, I'm still really hard as nails, and I can really like do some pain.
And it's easy to forget, like, it's the same with Knights. You might lose a big Knight. You forget an Armiger can still rip through scores of stuff, and basic Custodians can cut down a Knight. So it really, they're really fun armies to play. Really good game.
I'm interested in that. I really like the difference between the Imperial Knights and the Chaos Knights. We have mentioned this in our review videos as well, guys. If you haven't already gone to watch those, watch those. But the distinction between them is really quite interesting. I really quite like it. I know some people are thinking that the Imperial Knights are just better than the Chaos, and that's just a reason. And it's once again, I think they're very different. I think there's a lot more reliance on the synergy for the Knights. Like that's once those Armigers are out of the Bondsman range, that's a lot of synergies that they lose.
You can see easily if you force someone's hand to move their Armigers out of range or something, they suddenly lose a bit more killiness, they lose their defensive capabilities. Whereas I think Chaos Knights, they've really got flexibility with their War Dogs. They have so many options.
And yes, the counter argument is, of course, but then the Chaos War Dogs don't get that at all. So, but then because you know you're not getting that, you can build around that, adapt around that, and also, if a Knights player doesn't have it, they have to acknowledge that they have to account for that in their list build and the way that they play. Because if you're not within the 12, you're losing a lot of what makes you good and unique. I love the differences between them.
I really like the two books.
I think they've nailed the fluff and the crunch for them. They're just interesting to use. They're fun to use now. I had a great game.
I had a great game too. Yeah, thank you very much.
I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. Thank you for joining us. If you've made it through all of our Star Wars puns and references thus far, congratulations. If you work for Disney, we love Star Wars. We do this out of love. Please
leave us be.
Please leave us be. James, thank you for the game.
Thank you, Chef.
Servo Skull, thank you for your work today and your reminders of rules.
Beep, beep, boop.
Beep, beep, boop. Indeed. Yes. So until next time, I have been Chef.
I have been the Bard.
He has been Bard. Jinx has been our Servo Skull. You have been Bosses. And we will see you next time. Us. If you've made it through all of our Star Wars puns and references thus far, congratulations. If you work for Disney, we love Star Wars. We do this out of love. Please
leave us be.
Please leave us be. The newly christened pod racer and the second of the pod racers, Sebulba, he moves up over here.
Sebulba!
You whiffed on the errant, and you whiffed on the women and the children too.
The force is strong in this one.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes, he has the high ground!
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Now that's pod racing.
Use the force, Chef.
Why, hello there.
General Kenobi!
The force is with me. I am one with the force, and the force is with me.
I won't fight you.
I don't know. There is no charge.
I have a bad feeling about this. Finish what he started.
Fully operational.
Would have been a path that would lead to the dark side.
Begun the dice balls has.
Basically.
All right, Yoda.
Do it.
I love democracy.
You are the Senate.
I am the Senate.
We're gonna get a copyright.